Welcome to this channel. Mau belajar bahasa Indonesia atau bahasa Inggris dengan cara yang seru, santai, dan mudah dipahami? You're in the right place. Belajar kosakata dan ekspresi sehari-hari. Learn daily vocabulary and expressions. Dengarkan contoh situasi nyata. Listen to real-life examples. Subscribe sekarang dan nyalakan notifikasi. Let's learn together and have fun.
Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're embarking on a really unique journey, a delicious linguistic adventure straight into the heart of Indonesian culture.
Sounds fascinating.
Our mission to master not just a beloved dish, but also the practical language skills that, come with making it.
Right.
We're diving into this really interesting article. It focuses on learning to make a mouth-watering Indonesian delicacy called pempek.
Ah, pempek. Delicious.
Exactly. But this isn't just about recipes, is it? It's packed with incredible insights for anyone looking to truly understand conversational Indonesian.
Yeah, especially how to give and receive instructions.
So this deep dive is really custom tailored for you, our listener, if you're looking for those aha moments in learning Indonesian.
That's right. This isn't, merely a cooking lesson. It's more like a masterclass in uncovering how to articulate and understand instructions in Indonesian, grasp crucial cultural nuances, and really internalize key vocabulary and phrases.
All through a simple conversation.
Yeah, all delivered through the practical, engaging lens of a seemingly simple, everyday conversation. Our goal is to give you not just knowledge, but practical, immediately applicable skills for your Indonesian learning journey.
Okay. And the core scenario from our source material, it's a conversation, right, between two people, Sari and Putra.
Yep.
And they're navigating the steps to prepare this dish, pempek. What strikes me about this dialogue is how perfectly it captures real-world language use. Like you said, practical.
Exactly. It's a gold mine for anyone wanting to move beyond textbook phrases and truly sound, natural.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
So our journey begins with an incredibly common, relatable exchange. It sets the stage for asking for something.
Right.
Sari starts by politely asking Putra for a favor. She says, kalau tidak sibuk, boleh minta tolong enggak.
Which translates to,
Hey, if you're not busy, can I ask for help? Pretty standard stuff.
And Putra's response is just as friendly and open. Boleh, aku enggak sibuk cook.
Meaning, sure, I'm not busy.
Yeah. What's really interesting here isn't just the direct translation, but the social intelligence baked into this opening.
How so?
Well, kalau tidak sibuk, if you're not busy, it's such a wonderfully common and polite way to kick off a request in Indonesian.
Shows consideration.
Exactly. Consideration for the other person's time, their availability, right from the start. And Putra's immediate boleh, aku enggak sibuk cook, signals that openness, that willingness. It's very characteristic of, harmonious Indonesian interactions.
And what of the language itself? Anything specific there?
Well, you'll notice his use of enggak instead of tidak. Both mean no or not. But enggak is way more informal, much more common in spoken Indonesian.
Ah, okay. So using enggak makes you sound more natural.
Definitely. Less like you're reading from a textbook. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference.
That's a fantastic point about setting the tone. So Sarah then explains her situation. Kemarin aku dikasih oleh pempek dari saudara sepupu aku. Bisa tolong masakin.
Okay, so she got pempek as a souvenir.
Yeah, an ole, gift you bring back from a trip, from her cousin. And she's asking Putra to cook it.
Gotcha. And Putra's next line is key, right?
Yeah, he says, Aku enggak tahu caranya se. Bisa ajaran. I don't know how, can you teach me? And that's where the real learning opportunity kicks in.
It's the perfect pivot, isn't it? That question, bisa ajarin, can you teach me? That's exactly what we're here to understand.
A core phrase for asking for instructions.
Pulled directly from a perfectly natural everyday dialogue. And it also kind of subtly shows Putra's willingness to learn, builds rapport.
Good point. He could have just said no.
Right.
Yeah.
But instead, he sees it as a chance to learn something new, which is great.
Okay, now on to the main event. Sari's cooking instructions for the pempek itself. How does she start?
Okay.
She says, keluarin pempek dan tukannya dulu dari kulkas.
So take the pempek and the vinegar sauce out of the fridge first.
Exactly. Then, tolong kamu rebus dulu pempeknya sampai matang dan mengapung.
Right. First, boil the pempek until it is cooked and floats. That mengapung, floating, is the sign it's done boiling.
Ah, okay.
Then, setelah itu digoreng. After that, fry it.
To get it crispy, I imagine.
Lalu dipotong-potong, then cut it into pieces.
Very clear step-by-step guidance.
This sequence, though simple, provides absolutely crucial vocabulary for anyone learning Indonesian cooking terms or really any process.
Like what?
Think about these verbs.
Rebus?
To boil,
Okay.
goreng to fry,
Right.
pokong to cut,
Got it.
and mengapung to float. These aren't just kitchen words,
True. You boil water, fry fish, cut fruit.
Exactly. Or see something mengapung in the river. Understanding these basic action verbs is fundamental, and Indonesian instructions can be pretty concise. They rely on clear verbs and that sequential flow.
I can see that. And Putra, being a good student, then asks about the sauce, right?
Yep. Kukanya bagaimana? Or what about the vinegar sauce?
Logical next step.
So what are Sari's instructions for the kuka? Equally straightforward, and again packed with useful language. She says, untuk kukanya, nanti tolong rebus air 200 cc.
Okay, boil 200 milliliters of water.
Kalau sudah mendidih, masukkan kuka kentalnya. So when it's boiling, add the condensed vinegar sauce.
Is it like a concentrate?
Yeah, it seems like it's a pre-made thick sauce base she has. Then terus diaduk sampai tercampur rata.
Then stir until it's well mixed. Okay, key verbs here.
Definitely aduk to stir and campur to mix. Fundamental cooking verbs, but useful elsewhere too.
Like stirring coffee or mixing paint.
Exactly. Telling someone to adduct their coffee or campur ingredients for a project. Really versatile words.
And Sari, like any good home cook, almost forgets something.
Ah, yes, the classic, oh, I almost forgot moment.
She says, oh, yeah, hampir lupa. At terakhir, tolong potong mentimun kotak-kotak.
Last, please dice the cucumber.
Dan vaibos mi sebagai pelengkapnya.
And boil some noodles to go with it, as an accompaniment.
Simple, yet essential for the full Pempek experience.
This dialogue is fantastic because it naturally reinforces so much practical, everyday vocabulary. Stuff you'll hear constantly.
Like what else besides the verbs?
Well, we've seen words like nipe for noodles, kar for way, or method, masak for tuk, pempek itself, kuka for vinegar, sibuk for busy, and sepupu for cousin.
Right. Common stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
And the source gives really applicable examples like saya makan mie goreng untuk sarapan tadi pagi.
I had fried noodles for breakfast earlier this morning.
Or if you're like Putra, admitting you don't know, you could say, saya tidak tahu cara memasaknya.
I don't know how to cook it.
Yeah. These aren't just words on a list. They're like snippets of real life ready for you to use.
Okay, here's where, for me, it gets really interesting for language learners. Beyond the actual instructions, the source highlights some fascinating everyday Indonesian phrases, the ones that make a conversation feel so much more natural and, well, engaging.
Absolutely. These aren't about direct instructions, but more about navigating the sort of social dance of conversation.
Yeah, like what?
Okay, one of the best is "oh begitu." Literally, oh, like that.
But it means, oh, I see.
Exactly. It's an informal expression you use to show you've understood something, often with a little hint of acknowledgement, maybe even mild surprise.
More common than the formal saya mengerti.
Oh, way more common in casual chat. When you use "oh begitu," it signals you're engaged. You're actively listening. Imagine someone explaining something complicated.
And you just nod and go, oh, Vegeta.
Right. It makes you sound far more involved. The source gives a nice example. "Oh begitu, hebat juga kamu."
Oh, I see. You are terrific. Simple, but effective for building rapport.
Totally. It's about the social currency of the phrase.
Okay. Another gem is tenang saja. Literally, just calm.
Yeah, but it's used like just relax or don't worry.
Ah, for reassurance.
Exactly. It's incredibly versatile. You can use it in semi-formal or informal situations to tell someone, chill out, don't worry about it.
Is it different from santai?
Well, santai also means relax, but just saying santai saja can sound a bit incomplete. People usually just say santai on its own informally or pair it differently. If you really want to say don't panic, the most direct way is jangan panik.
Gotcha. And the example?
The source has. Tenang saja, dia pasti pulang sebentar lagi.
Just relax. He should be back shortly. It's gentle, reassuring.
Yeah, like a verbal pat on the back. Conveys empathy without being too wordy.
Okay, let's zoom in on the grammar bit from our source. Specifically, how to ask for help or instructions.
Right, this is crucial because the nuances of formality and politeness really matter in Indonesian culture.
It's not just what you say, but how you say it.
Precisely. And the source breaks down key words and phrases by formality level, which is super helpful for navigating different social contexts.
So for formal requests.
You might use "boleh," meaning may, like in "boleh minta tolong ajarkan saya." May I ask you to teach me?
Yeah.
Polite and formal.
Okay. More formal.
Even more deferential is "muhon." It means to ask or even to implore. Very formal, often an official request. "Mohon ajarkan saya" sounds very respectful.
Tolong.
"Tolong," meaning to help or please, is also generally formal, but it's really common just to show politeness. "Tolong bantu saya," please help me.
Right. What about less formal stuff?
Moving to more versatile territory, you have bisa, can or could, and minta, to ask or to request. These can kind of float between formal and informal. Depends on the context and your tone.
Like Putra's bisa ajaran, that felt pretty informal.
Exactly. Bisa ajarkan aku matematika, can you teach me math, is perfectly fine between friends. Aku instead of saya also makes it informal.
And the verb to teach.
You've got ajarkan for formal situations and ajaran for informal. Classic example of how verbs adapt.
Interesting. Any other key words?
Yeah, for way or method, there's cara, like in bagaimana caranya, how do you do it? Petunjuk is more formal for instruction or guidance.
And that little word dong.
Ah, dong. It's a very informal please or request particle. Adds a gentle nudge, like minta petunjuk dong is like a casual, Can I get some instructions, please?
So it's all about fitting the language to the relationship and the situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's key.
Okay. Getting requests right is one thing. But when you're giving detailed instructions, like for cooking, conjunctions are essential, right?
Oh, absolutely. They're your best friend. They link ideas, create that sequential flow, make sure your listener can follow along without getting totally lost.
Yeah, otherwise it'd just be a jumble of sentences.
Right. The source gives some excellent examples of how to use conjunctions to build clear, multi-step instructions. Turn disconnected thoughts into a smooth process.
Like then?
For then, you'll often hear kemudian or lalu. Imagine saying, Ribaser sampai mendidih kemudian masukkan mie. Boil the water until it's boiling, then add the noodle. Clearly marks the next step.
Okay. What about doing things at the same time?
For a while, sambil is incredibly useful. Masukkan santan sambil diaduk. Add the coconut milk while stirring it. Conveys two actions happening simultaneously.
Makes sense. Any others?
Yeah. If is important for conditional steps. Use jika or kalau. Tekan tombol ini jika kamu ingin menggantikannya. Press this button if you want to stop it.
We already saw sampai for until and setelah for after in the pempek steps too.
Exactly. And supaya for so that. These little words, these conjunctions really glue your sentences together. They make your instructions easy to follow, incredibly clear, vital stuff, whether you're teaching a recipe or, assembling furniture.
Totally. So we've broken down the language, the grammar, the everyday phrases. But let's circle back to the heart of this pempek itself.
Ah, yes, the star of the show.
What is the story of this dish that got us into this whole linguistic adventure?
Okay, so pempek, or sometimes you'll hear ingpekpek or empek. It's one of the most famous and frankly beloved dishes from Palembang in South Sumatra.
And it's basically a fish cake.
At its core, yeah. A savory fish cake dough. Traditionally made from ikan tenggiri, which is wahoo fish, or sometimes ikan gabus, snakehead fish. That's combined with tapioca flour, egg, and water.
Does the type of fish matter?
Oh, definitely. The choice of fish is crucial. Wahoo gives it that distinct, slightly chewy texture and rich flavor that really defines authentic pempek. It's a true regional delicacy, a huge source of pride for Palembang.
And there are different kinds, right? The source mentioned a couple.
Yep, lots of variations.
Yeah.
But two of the most popular are pempek kapal selam.
Which means submarine pempek. That sounds fun.
It is. That's the really iconic one. It has a whole chicken egg wrapped inside the fish cake dough. Then it's boiled or steamed, and usually deep fried to get it golden and crisped. It's like finding treasure inside.
Cool. And the other word?
That's pempek lenjer. It's simpler, kind of cylindrical or sausage shaped, with no egg inside. Just the pure fish cake goodness. Equally satisfying, just different.
You can't have pempek without the sauce, the kuka.
Absolutely not. No pempek experience is complete without its signature accompaniment. That dark brown vinegar sauce called kuka in Indonesian, or kuko in the Palembang dialect.
What's in it? It looked pretty dark.
It's a whole symphony of flavors. A complex blend of water, gula merah, brown sugar, chili, garlic, and salt. It's all meticulously balanced to give it that distinct, sweet, sour, and spicy kick.
Sounds intense.
It is, but it perfectly cuts through the richness of the fish cake. And it's usually served with some tender yellow egg noodles, crisp diced cucumber for freshness.
Ah, the cucumber sari, almost forgot.
Exactly. And sometimes a sprinkle of ground dried shrimp ebi for an extra layer of umami depth. It's really a multi-sensory experience.
Wow. And where do you find this stuff? Just in Palembang?
Well, it's everywhere in Palembang, of course. On bustling streets, in family-run restaurants, even in fancier places. It's also super popular in nearby cities like Bandar Lampung. And you will spot it in Jakarta too.
How, like, in restaurants?
Yeah, in food courts, sometimes dedicated pempek places, even street vendors on carts or bicycles. But the source mentions it's not always easy to find truly authentic pempek outside Palembang.
Ah, the authenticity challenge.
Yeah. There's even this great little anecdote about a cousin who's so picky about her pempek.
The one who gave Sari the pempek.
Might be. She orders it directly from Palembang and has it delivered to Jakarta. Because apparently the Jakarta version just doesn't quite hit the same spot for her.
Huh. That tells you something about regional pride and taste.
It really does.
Yeah.
That anecdote perfectly captures the essence of regional culinary pride. That deep connection people have to their traditional foods. It's not just about taste, it's heritage, memory, identity wrapped up in there.
It's more than just food.
For many Indonesians, a dish like pempek isn't just food. It's a piece of home, a story on a plate. And, speaking of authenticity and getting down to basics, if you ever want to try making it yourself, a useful phrase to remember is,
let me guess, relates to instructions.
You got it. Bagaimana cara membuat adonan pempek?
How do I make the pempek dough? Perfect circle back to our language focus.
Exactly.
Wow, what an incredible journey through just one delicious dish. So if you've been listening, you haven't just learned how to potentially cook pempek.
Hopefully.
You've also picked up practical Indonesian vocabulary, mastered some everyday phrases that'll make you sound incredibly natural, and kind of unpack the grammar behind giving and getting instructions.
It's a complete cultural and linguistic package, really.
All thanks to a simple conversation about food. Amazing.
This deep dive really brings up an important question for all of us, I think.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Well, think about how learning something like a recipe in a new language, how that can open up not just, culinary experiences, but also these profound pathways to deeper cultural connection, to genuine communication. It's about more than just words on a page, right? It's about understanding the heart of a culture through something as universal and welcoming as food. What else can a simple recipe teach us about the world, I wonder?
That's a fantastic thought to leave everyone with. A really provocative question. So we definitely encourage you to take what you've learned today and, put it into practice.
Give it a try.
Maybe try following an Indonesian recipe yourself, or just practice those phrases for asking for and giving instructions with a friend or a language partner. The joy of discovery through both language and food. It's truly boundless.
I couldn't agree more.
Thanks so much for diving deep with us today.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.